welcome to Purpose of Plants Culture. I'm Ashley, and in today's video, I wanted to show you something that I mentioned in one of my previous videos about how some plants will show you when they're thirsty. Here's an example. So here is the Marble Queen pothos. And in my previous video, I know you've seen where it's much livelier than it is now, in which now you can tell how droopy it is, and you can also see how dry this soil is, and that's bone dry. And also by the weight of this, I can also tell that that's completely dry. And the same with this philodendron Brazil. It's droopy and it's completely dry, and the weight of it is light. That's also when you kind of get to know your plants, and in your watering, you can tell when something needs to be watered because how light it is, and then not also by the signs that the plant itself is giving you. And like this, see, I hate when I do these pots sometimes. I can't get this out with one hand, especially. Like this neon pothos. It's a little droopy. I have this in a clear pot, so I can see clearly that this is dry. Completely dry. So I'm going to water these today. As far as the ZZ plants, this is dry. I can tell by how light this is. But I mean, I'm still gonna water it, but with ZZ plants, you don't have to worry about watering them too much because it may be dry, but water is still stored in their rhizomes. So just because the soil is dry doesn't mean it's gonna hurt the plant because it has water stored. So you don't want to water these heavy. And this is light as well. And this, all of them probably need to be watered. It's my peace lily. This is a little on the heavy side. And it looks a little damp, but let me do that finger test. About an inch down. It's okay. I could probably wait till a few more days. And then here's this other pot mixture of pothos that, as you can see, is droopy. You got a yellow leaf there. It's droopy, so it needs to be watered. Now over here with my other plants, I don't have my lights on over here, but this orchid, the flowers on it has died. So this is dying all the way down to the stem of the orchid. So in this case, what I would do is I would cut this all the way down as close as I can get to the stem. Now, should this have only died like maybe down to about in here, I would cut there, and then eventually another bloom will come off of that stem. But since this died all the way down, and I can tell because of the color of this stem, that I would be cutting it back, because I have an orchid up here that didn't die all the way down. This is a struggle, and this is the one that's been dropped several times. But see, his green all the way up to here. Now, the stem continued at one point, but it died all the way down to about right here. So this is where I cut it. And you see another branch that came off where it's trying to bloom, but I think it's been traumatized. So I don't know. I'm leaving it like it is to see what happens. But that's what happens when you don't cut the stem all the way down after a bloom. I mean, some people say to cut it all the way down. I experimented and just stopped where the stem stopped dying at, and that's where I cut. And then this formed. But the blooms didn't happen. I don't know. It looked like it tried to bloom, or it's trying to, but it's struggling. think it's still dealing with the aftermath of being dropped several times. But okay, so I'm going to be watering today. See this little neon pothos? See how limp it is? It's screaming for water. I've been busy and neglectful. I'm sorry, but they're going to get some water today. I don't know what happened to this other plant. Let me show you. My previous video, I know you've seen this was nice and full. But when I came in here yesterday morning, because I don't come into this bathroom, it's my son's bathroom, and he's responsible for maintaining the cleanliness of this bathroom. And is that a fingernail? Lord Jesus. He got to come clean this today. Anyway, so, I don't know. I came in here yesterday morning, and I seen that the rest of the plant was all hung over. So I looked at it, and it looked like as if it was had root rotted for some reason. So I pulled all the other leaves off, and I'm going to see if maybe this will form some roots. I don't know. Trial and error. And we're going to see. But yeah, I don't know. When I started lifting it up, it was all mushy in the middle, which is a sign of root rot. But I hadn't even watered this plant. That's a crazy thing. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was the humidity from the bathroom or maybe my son spraying the water and it kept getting on the plant. He put this on his dreads. And maybe it was getting on the plant. I don't know. Somehow it got root rot. So it's trial and error right now on what that's going to do. I'm going to tell him to come clean his bathroom. And then, I don't know if you remember when I took you on my patio and I showed you these ivies along with that fiddle leaf fig that I had out there. Well, we had a recent ice storm and I was so busy and I forgot that they were sitting on the patio. So when I remembered to bring them in as the storm was coming in, it was already cold, and I went out there to get them. They had already had like icicles on them, but I didn't think they were going to get that cold because they're actually on the patio behind, our patio is screened in, so it's behind the screen. So I didn't think they was going to get like that, but I thought I caught them early enough, but apparently I did not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little experiment here. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to cut all this dead stuff off. So for some of it, I'm just going to have to cut it down to the soil. And I'm going to do trial and error here. A little experiment. I'm going to see if it's going to grow back. It should, but, we going to see. But I also have clippings of this throughout my house. I have some clippings in my kitchen window and in my bathroom. So if these don't succeed, I have offsprings of them, so they should be good. And that's the same thing as them aloes that I had out there. They not looking good, but we'll see. The monstera is still hanging on though. But yeah, so every plant parent makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect in plant parenting and parenting of your own children. Let me tell you, we all mess up. Nobody's perfect, but we can see if we can correct this. So, hoping for the best. Prepare for the worst, because I have offsprings ready that I can replant in the near future. But I'm hoping, I'm praying for this. Okay. So, and in my shorts, I did introduce to you the newest member, which is the philodendron ring of fire, which I did bring it home because I was going to repot it. I haven't repotted it yet, just like the fiddle leaf fig. It's a work in progress. I got a lot going on. So here is my philodendron ring of fire that I brought home that I'm going to repot. So, I just went ahead and, ripped the Band-Aid off. My husband was looking at me crazy when I brought it home because he already told me I ain't about to make the house look like a jungle. But anyway, so I was like, I'm going to just repot it and take it back to work. So I don't know. It might wind up staying here. I might be able to sneak it. Well, not sneak because he already knows it's here. But he may forget that I said I was going to take it back to work. I don't know. We're going to see. But anyway, here she is in all her glory. All right, guys, so that's it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. And if you like my content, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Bye.